Hi, everybody. Thanks for your patience. We're about to start the next episode of The Real Estate of Real Estate, Go Exponential with Sam. Please allow us a couple of minutes. We have one guest um, who's still to come. And as soon as he does, we will initiate. So we'll just wait for one more guest and then we will start. Thank you for your patience once again. Hello, all. I think we have a little bit of a challenge with one or two of the participants. So unfortunately, they will not be joining us. We have three stalwarts from EXP with us. So I will call this episode as initiated. I'll give you a context on who we are, what we are. We are EXP Real. We are one of the largest real estate brokerage networks in the world. And this podcast is known as The Real Estate of Real Estate, Go Exponential with Sam. My name is Sam Chopra. I am the key anchor of this show, your host. And we have us, like I mentioned, three stalwarts who are part of the advisory committee of the India side of EXP. With me is Shashank Chauhan, George Thomas, and Bilesh Oberoi. And I would like to request all three of them to give a brief introduction of theirs. So we will start first with Shashank. Shashank, over to you. Tell us a little bit about your background and where you were and how you got into real estate.
Thank you, Sam. Thank you, first of all, for inviting all of us from the AAC Council of India to this call. It's such a nice journey with EXP for last 5 years now, I can proudly say. It's been 5 years. We started in COVID, and all of us who are a part of the call, who are not a part of the call, have done tremendous job in creating this brand across India. And we have seen a lot of good agents, good developers, good clients joining us, trusting us on the journey. And the good part is we have been proudly, we can say, like, we have been now ranked among the top 10 real estate companies in India who are listed on the US stock market, and doing tremendous job with the developer sales and a lot of exclusive mandates. So I'm Shashank Chauhan. I also represent the AAC Council. Got the opportunity from Sam and the team to represent it as a chair for the AAC. Also spearheading the Global Agent Advisory Council as a co-chair. Doing this real estate for almost 10 years now, uh, with multiple corporates, I can say, and finally landed into EXP Realty. So started my journey with Sotheby's International Realty in 2014. Did a almost a 3 year stint over there. Then joined Godrej Properties, one of the largest developers across India. Did a lot of launches. Then got the opportunity to finally join the company, which has always been in the news. WeWork. And recently we heard about the IPO of that company. The Indian entity got an IPO done. So multiple aspects of real estate taken care, but finally, I think the heart was always saying, let's do some global level real estate brokerage. And I think that's what EXP is all about and how we got connected. And it's been tremendous journey, I say, Sam, and your leadership is great. And we all are proud that we are all EXPians and doing a lot of good transactions across India.
Thank you. Thank you so much, for making that statement. And of course, very kind of you to, say some good things about me as well. Um, Let me go to now to George. George, you're from very near, myself. I think two of you are from Delhi NCR. One is on, I would say, my right, which is Noida, and one is left, which is Gurgaon. At least your operating areas are those. Could you, if you don't mind, share with me your background, how you got into real estate? Was it a passion or was it by accident? And give a little bit background on yourself.
Hi, good evening to all. It's great to see a lot of people joining in. Uh, it's going to be a great podcast, I'm sure. So my name is George. I have around 5 years of experience into the real estate. I Initial few years for me was all about learning the real estate market because I completely started fresh. There was no previous background, and eventually, after trying with few organizations, I finally came up with EXP. Got a great platform, a great network, and it has started to uh, earn good results now. So real estate for me, I'll say that I understood the business aspect of business. That is, every business has a top line and a bottom line. Your top line is the revenue and your bottom line is the net profit, and the top line comes from revenue, that is sales. So I understood that sales is the place wherein if you do well, you create an impact and you are going to be respected in that organization, because if sales does not happen, revenue will not come and there will be no profit. So I wanted to be in sales. Once I got to know that I wanted to be in sales, now I have to decide, I have to sell a pen, or I have to sell an insurance, or I have to sell what. So I wanted to do those big ticket size sales, and that is when I found out that real estate could be my calling. Got into real estate, and yes, you crack good deals, you crack big numbers, and you get good margins, good brokerage. So that's how real estate started for me, and it's going pretty well with EXP, with all the systems and all the things in place. Sam sir is here to lead us. This is one of the initiative that he has taken, and we all are like growing pretty well. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, George. And by the way, congratulations on closing another transaction today. I just got the message and I saw it on the chat, in fact. So heartiest congratulations to you.
Thank you so
So I'll
much.
go, oh, most welcome. And I'll go now to the last but not the least, a very dynamic member of the team. He's based in Bangalore, and I had the good fortune of meeting him first time in I would say March, and I heard his story, his journey, which is really amazing, and how he's, you know, he's very proud of his achievements, and you know, he's at a very humble beginning and built, I would say, a large business, a large team, and we all are absolutely in awe of what Bilesh does. So over to you, Bilesh. Let's hear from you in your own words. What motivated you to come into the industry, and what has motivated you to stay in the industry? Over to you.
Thank you, sir, giving me an opportunity to speak in this big event. And so I have correct. So better story to tell, but instead of that, yeah, I'll just brief you about myself. I came to Bangalore without having money to go back to my village again. That's how.
That is the
In
best part
99.
I heard even earlier.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Very
So
gutsy.
I got into door-to-door sales in 1999 as a consumer product. I used to sell to door-to-door sales. Then after that, I have joined with one company which is DSA for car loans. So 1 year I worked and I started my own agency. Then after car loan, then home loan, then real estate. Around 2008, I have come to real estate. In 2008, one of the builder has given me an opportunity. As I'm doing home loans, he's given me the opportunity to sell the plots in Abhigire, North Bangalore. So I sold 31 units within a month.
Wow. Outstanding. Outstanding.
I didn't had any experience in real estate, but based on whatever the home loan customer I had, I just used the same customers to buy this plot. So that's how the journey started. In 2010, 11, my real experience. I had that, I had very good bad experiences. I'm not earned money after that. I completely jumped into real estate, and lost everything. And one fine day, I wanted to learn how exactly professional real estate works. So for that sake, I have joined one company called PC Realty. Still, they are working in Bangalore. So I worked only 8 or 9 months. Yeah, 8 to 9 months I worked, and I started again my own, journey. Like start taking a small project for mandate, like 20 landowner units, apartments, and plots again. Only these two journeys were going. Then later on, I wanted to become a builder. That's what my thought. So for that, I didn't had any income. I didn't had any. Oh no, first of all, I don't have that much of money, and I don't have any backup knowledge. Also, I'm not educated much. Also, I'm an undergraduate. Just completed first year BCom, and second year I could not able to study because of my family background, and I came to Bangalore. So after coming to Bangalore, the education is lost. So then I was doing some construction work. I started doing construction work and civil contract, subcontract. I have to take and work, but I'm not getting that much of money. But one day I realized one book changed me a lot, which is The Power of Subconscious Mind. That book,
Power of Subconscious
Mind.
Oh,
Yeah.
fantastic. Good, brilliant book.
That book
Yes.
changed me a lot, and I was in the exact pace until COVID. So once the COVID come, again I lost everything. Then in lockdown, I have seen the advertise that Prestige, they are selling thousands of units in the lockdown. I wondered where people are buying. So I'm not getting any sales. I don't have any money. I was really struggling for a survival. But real estate is nothing is happening. But people are buying thousands of units from one building. So there is something behind it. I just searching what kind of business is going on lockdown on real estate. So I came to across that channel partner platform. So I just plan to work. Okay. So I got an opportunity to work with one channel partner. So there only 3 months work. Again, after 3 months, again second lockdown is started. I have kicked out from the company. So somewhat I some Facebook ad I seen, and I came across eXp Reality. So eXp model, whatever they bought, I fell in love with them.
So we have to thank
we
Meta
see-
to bring you over here. I think
Correct.
we have to
Correct.
thank Facebook and Meta to bring you into
Huh.
eXp. No, great.
Yeah.
No, thank you very much, Bilesh. That's wonderful. Let me now go to Shashank. Shashank, what convinced you to join eXp, and what keeps you here? You've been here for 5 years. So what keeps you here? What firstly brought you in, and then 5 years, and I see you still as passionate. You're the chairman of the Indian Advisory Council, Agent Advisory Council. You're also the co-chair of the Global Advisory Council. What keeps you so motivated, charged? Each one of us meets you. I get motivated when I sit with you, and your passion and love for both the brand as well as the real estate business. So tell us more about it.
So I think, Sam, how it all started, COVID, I think, happened, what Bilesh said.
Of course.
So COVID, I think, changed everybody's life. So I was working in a decent profile at WeWork, and we were like signing off buildings like crazy. Every week we were signing off like 3 lakh, 5 lakh square feet we were picking up to open up
Wow.
our centers. And this was across India. We were like growing like exponentially, and we were one of the largest companies on the globe for managed office players. Like around $48 billion was the market cap then, before COVID. Then COVID happened. You won't believe, the market cap fell down to $8 billion and then to $5 billion from 48. And
So
somehow
one
it was a very difficult stage for any organization, not just WeWork. And somehow in that due course, we realized that real estate cannot be done just on brick and mortar, because
Yeah.
being the largest, doing signing off leases, having good enterprise clients, so real estate could not be done just on brick and mortar. And already worked with a lot of other corporates which were purely focusing on brick and mortar game. Then we somehow got about heard about this brand eXp Realty via some common connect, and somehow like the model that you need not require any physical office to earn your brokerage. That was COVID, mid of COVID. I talk about 2020, and we were just discussing how we can start our journeys again with EXP, coming from
Uh,
lot of corporate background. It was like a hitch in the mind. Like, I don't know if it will be a value add, it will be a value loss to us. I don't know. But in the initial 6 months after getting a part, becoming a part of EXP Realty, You won't believe we sold almost 15 properties of listed companies, be it Godrej, be it Birla, be it some other brands, on Zoom calls.
Wow, wow, wow.
And I always had this logo EXP Reality, like we have in this right now in the screen as the background. I always had to have this logo that yes, we are EXP Reality, so that that call created some sense of trust with the client, some sense of I can say the processes were clear from our side, the brokerages were very clear. We were aware that within like 48 to 72 hours we'll get all the billing sorted for any agent. And then that's how the game started. I was never aware we will be able to sell like hundreds of crores of properties. I was just thinking we will be doing 10, 15 crores, 20 crores, or maybe 30 crores a year. But I don't know when the zeros got added to it.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
yes, we have a very small physical office in Noida, Maxstars, obviously under the name of eXp Realty. But the trust of clients on the brand comes from the marketing, the presence, the global marketing which we are doing, and the agent count. Because 90,000 agents across the globe are trusting this brand. I would have been a
The
fool.
90,000 people believe we're doing.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
absolutely. If I would have been a fool if I would not have trusted. One agent won't make a difference to EXP Realty. But I never
Absolutely.
wanted to be that one agent. I wanted to be a part of those 90,000. And somehow in the last 5 years, me, George, Bilesh, I think we all already have seen a lot of growth in our profiles. We all come from a different background. I somehow come from a real estate background, but the brokerage, starting a brokerage as a fresher, I should have started a Shashank and Shashank Associates kind of thing and a Chauhan Associates. But that would not take me far off in the market because I would have been any other broker in the market who are already like working around. How we differentiated, how we worked on exclusive mandate, how we started marketing ourselves in a different manner, how we are open about the brand. I think the clients absorbs us in a pretty different manner, and the trust has been built. Now the next step is we are going to obviously that's our vision that we wanted a 10-year vision, but I think that's a 5-year vision now. We have reduced the 10-year thing to manage family office assets under the same brand EXP Realty for India.
Ab- Absolutely. Absolutely.
I think that's going to make a larger difference for all of us because we all are working as a team under the same platform. We all have different names, but we all have same brand written on our chest that yes, we are EXP Realty, and that is going to take far off in the market.
Absolutely, absolutely. So I'm going to share a little good news, and I know Shashank, you wanted to hear this for a long time. When I recently, as you know, came back from Miami from EXPCon, our annual convention, global annual convention, which had almost 5,000 people at the convention center. One of my asks was that we should bring in the things that you wanted into India. And I'm pleased to say that both EXP Luxury and EXP Commercial both are coming to India in Q1 and Q2 of this coming year. So those have been approved,
Amazing.
and that's where we are. So I thought I was resisting to, I got to know this about 6 days ago, and I know you were the person who wanted to know the most about it. I was resisting to wait till this particular time and see your reaction when I tell you this. So kudos to your nudging me to do it, and we've actually got it.
Amazing. Thank you. Thank you. I think that's the next chapter which we all are going to start. And with this tag of EXP Luxury, we will by default enter into a, multi-million dollar club of real estate. And with the EXP Commercial, we will be getting into asset management, property management, and lease of larger grade A assets for private equity funds. I think that's what the vision is. And amazing. Thank you,
Absolutely.
Sam. Great news.
Not at all. We're in it together. We have to do this to build our brand and build the organization in India. And of course, further professionalize real estate in India. India is, slowly moving into professionalization thanks to the apex body, National Association of Realtors of India, and of organizations like ourselves, like EXP, and so many others that are bringing in complete professionalism and benefiting every realtor. In fact, the modern realtor, the new age broker, the new age agent in India is now getting professional because of education, certification, certain stipulations in RERA started with Maharera and others. So beautiful times ahead. Challenging also because they're going to be competitive, and with AI and the tech tools, which of course we have a plenty, they're going to be much more competitive. But of course, these are wonderful times ahead. So
So
coming
just to,
to George,
just to add, Sam, just to add here,
yeah, please go
I
ahead.
recently had the opportunity to meet Mr. Gaurav Pandey, who is the CEO of Godrej Properties. So he just said one line. I think this is for all of us who are a part of the call. There is going to be a large format consolidation in brokerage business in India. So there are going to be just handful of brokerage companies who are going to operate across India, and all the agents are going to work under these brands only by default. With this model of EXP Realty, I believe we are going to be like among the top three.
God willing, absolutely, we'd love to have
Consolidation, we have to
consolidate.
somehow, yeah, we have to somehow just
See,
build on ethics.
every industry, yeah, every industry across the globe consolidates at some point of time. And I'm sure the real estate brokerage industry will also consolidate, whether it's 10 or it's 1,000. But yes, 5 million or whatever number of agents and brokers that we have in the country, that will definitely consolidate. And as licensing comes in, restrictions come in, and licensing along with certification comes in, along with professional degrees comes in, continuing education comes in, what will happen is the number of people will shrink. There were probably as many accountants in the country in 1942 as there are today. But what really happened was they were all not certified, not trained. But then the Chartered Accountants Act came into being. The very first act first allowed people an easy entry, and then they restricted it, put a filter, put a qualification, and then examinations which filtered. So what happened? Better quality of people, well trained professionals came in. And real estate, of course, is bringing in engineers, architects, chartered accountants, MBAs, all people from across the globe, and very well experienced people. You yourself are coming from a very experienced background. There's so many other people who've been in with developers, been in corporates, and have moved over here. So but of course, there is no substitute for experience. People like, not necessary got that education, but that experience far outweighs education at the end of it all. So it's a mixed bag of everything here. But wonderful to hear that as well. Over to George. George, let's talk about transactions. Tell me one transaction that made you extremely proud of what you do, and what something special that it taught you, something new, something special. Give me a recounter, story from that.
So I'll say any transaction or any buyer that is there in the market today is in touch with a lot of brokers, but eventually he has to deal with one, and now we have to make sure that he does that transaction with you. So all the factors that come into that transaction has to be in place. So you have to be very knowledgeable, you have to give that knowledge to your client, you have to have a very good understanding about the market, and once he has understood the product, he is going to finalize the product. The credibility of your brand comes into picture, because he wants to make sure that he's okay, he understood you, but the group that you're representing is a very credible brand. So I was dealing with a client, and he had purchased many a properties, and he is almost retiring. So he's purchased like maybe a 5-10 properties, and he has that regular broker with him. But I made sure that I gave him that realization that he's not dealing with just any broker. He's dealing with a group, a company. We bring in that expertise, we bring in that transparency, we bring in those X factors that some other player is not able to offer. And he had told me that, my neighbor is this broker who is my traditional broker, but I still trust you, and I want to go ahead with you, not just because of me, but also because I had that group that branding with me. So I just tell to all of my clients, just you Google EXP and you will get to know that, what we are. We are a listed company. There is no other company which is a listed company. It itself speaks volumes about the
Yeah,
organization.
of course, a globally listed company on the Nasdaq, so it's a very big
Right.
thing versus any other. No, I completely endorse that, and that's the opportunity we have. So, moving forward, Bilesh, let me ask you a question. I've seen you on social media, and I have to tell you that I'm envious of you because before I like anything or repost anything, Bilesh has done. And when I join or follow a new person who is new for me, amongst the people that are already there from my group, Bilesh is already there. So he's a master in social media. And my question is, because I know you're doing this to get into more and more into cross border transactions, to do business between India and the rest of the world, because that's one of the biggest tools that EXP has today. And what is the fun of being a part of EXP when you can't use that also? It's like going to a gym and using the gym but saying I won't use a treadmill at all. Why? Because I don't like walking. What's the point of doing that? Or seeing the weights and saying I won't use the weights. I will only do cycling. So since this is a very important part, the cross-border business, the relationships with people, and I know that you're a relationship man. So how can Indian agents, according to you, attract more cross-border opportunities? What should we
Sir,
do?
for your first questions answer, why I am so active in social media and following international leaders, and I'm following their nature of doing business. So I always attend international meetings, on online, and I used to learn many things to build my team, in Bangalore, not only Bangalore, all over India. So my passion is to have minimum 10,000 of downlines all over the world. So this is my target.
This needs a real clap. This needs an absolute clap because there are people who have that.
Yeah.
I recently met a husband wife, a couple in Miami. I had the privilege of having lunch with them on the day that I was leaving, coming back, and each one of them, the husband and the wife, each one of them have 5,000, a downline of 5,000 each under them. I was amazed. So if you do it individually, in mostly in India but across the globe, that'll be a fantastic. And any support you need from my end or from EXP India's end to fulfill that thought of yours or that enthusiasm, we will go all in to help you. But go ahead,
So
please continue.
for that, I must have minimum of 50 members team in my town, Bangalore, and bare minimum 100 of downlines all over the India. Because any NRIs come, want to buy a property in India, so they have to reach out to me. So once they reach out to me, I will have the information of 100 guys in India. I can serve them wherever the property they need. So I'm good at building relationship with the customers. I'm not straight away sell any product. First,
I want to add here. I'm sorry. I want to add here that we had Tom Turong in one of our podcasts recently, if you recollect.
I'm following him also.
You're following him also. I know that. So and he's on my upline. He's my sponsor. But just to let you know, one of the key things that I learned that he has 1,400, almost 1,500 agents as a downline under him. But the 1,500 emanate from only 83 of them who are in his first level.
Okay.
So 83 people can give you 1,400, which is how, and he looks after them. Not only his 83, but the next level. I get regular calls from him and his team saying, what can we do to help you? How can we build your business? And from that learning, when I brought in my first downline in UK, this gentleman called Sutakaran, I brought him in.
From Tamil Nadu.
I actually sent him a message today and said, how are you doing? How can I help you grow your business, not only in the UK, but in India, in Sri Lanka, because he's a Sri Lankan who moved to India and then moved to the UK. And, I just felt that therefore there's a deep commitment to help. For just to take a pause, those of you who don't know what this downline is all about, let me share with you that a downline is essentially an opportunity for all of us. Who, once you join EXP, you don't join on your own. You normally join through a sponsor. The sponsor could be any one of the EXP agents. The entire 90,000 agents that we have, anyone can be your sponsor. You have to choose your sponsor. You can choose Bilesh, Shashank, George, Sam, anybody, or for that matter, these names that I took, Tom, and anybody else who you want, anybody that you feel can mentor you. And in turn, you also have now something called a co-sponsor, which means that you feel that somebody's introduced you, but somebody else in your city or around in your surrounding or in your country can support you, mentor you, guide you. You can make him a co-sponsor. What EXP really has is that everybody sponsors more and more people. And because of that entire level that you're building, up to 7 levels, the seventh level in the system that you have created for yourself, whenever they do a transaction, whether you're seventh level, sixth, fifth, fourth, third, second, or the first level, all of them, when they do transactions, a very small portion, a sliver of that, of your fee, not your fee, actually the fee that we keep, is given up ahead to that primary sponsor. So if Bilesh has, say, Shashank as a sponsor, Shashank has George as a sponsor, and George has Sam as a sponsor, when Bilesh does a transaction, in a normal transaction, from as low as 75% to as high as 100%, depending on what amount of sales somebody has done. If 75% is the split, 75-25, at say 40 lakhs, it goes up to 80-20 at 50 lakhs, it goes up to 90-10 at 1 crore, and at 2 crores, it is almost, I would say, 100%. Now, if whatever is the amount that comes to EXP India, from that, a portion of it, approximately 40% of it, is passed on upwards. That means if Bilesh did a transaction and supposing his total transactions for the year were only 40 lakhs, hypothetically, then 75% of that would be sent to him, and which is 30 lakhs, and 10 lakhs. After 10 lakhs, we would keep 7.5 lakhs. 6 lakhs for ourselves, and 4 lakhs would go distributed to George, Sam, and 4 other people upwards. That means Sam has Carmen has Tom has another person who has another person. Everybody gets something out of it. So over a period of time, everybody makes money not only on themselves, but on others, which is the beauty of this organization. In Tom's words, he had said that what money I get on my own transactions is fine, but if I go for a holiday for 6 months or 1 year, or I decide to retire for life, based on what I have as a pattern today, I have the ability, as on current date, to get 50,000 US dollars per month, which is what he is earning, by the way. 50,000 US dollars approximately per month from that downline of 1,400 agents that he has, which is mind boggling. I mean, I almost fell off my seat saying, $50,000, and what do you do for it? He says, nothing. That works on its own. I'm getting money from the transactions that I do. But because I built this downline and diligently served them, looked after them, mentored them, guided them. And believe me, mentoring and guiding somebody is going to be a lot easier than selling a property. So if you have the ability to acquire more people and grow the business, you have perennial income coming in. That is called revenue share. But more about it later. Let me ask you, Bilesh, your question, of course, went through, but I will go now to Shashank. And Shashank, give us one tip, because I know you're also extremely good. You have a social media or a marketing team. You've evolved so much that I would say that you're almost larger than a normal franchise, because of course EXP doesn't work on franchising. But if there was a franchise, or larger than a broker office, as a single team, because you've built the team, you also have a marketing department within your own business. So, as a business partner, one tip, if you can give me, for building credibility online, what are you doing about it?
So, first of all, sir, we work on exclusive mandated properties for online marketing. Uh, we hardly market developer projects because everybody is doing it. Everybody is running ads, Google ads, Facebook ads. So there is not going to be much of visibility for developer projects. And also in last 5 years, obviously since we started working with EXP, the process of marketing has changed. Earlier, it used to be a cold call. It used to be a small events and everything. But nowadays, what we have realized in last 5 7 years, a lot of influencer marketing is happening across. So we don't have influencers. First of all, we have salespeople. We have we have college going person. We have got interns. But these people are going to be the next torch bearers in real estate industry. If they are able to speak, if they are able to showcase themselves on the camera for any property video shoot, which is possible. We just have two people. We don't have a marketing team like as such, any large marketing team. I have a multifaceted one lady who is taking care of a lot of things in the office and also runs small Insta, Facebook ads, which is anybody can do it. George, me, Bilesh, anybody can do it. It's very automated nowadays. And there's one camera guy. That's it. So these two people are only aligned with the sales people, that wherever you are going for any exclusive property, just take a video shoot and a photo shoot and just infuse some sort of money on that marketing bit. Somewhere down the line, people will start trusting you, that if you have got access to such large scale properties, like we have recently entered and initiated our work in Lutyens, Delhi, be it a golf links, be it Kotel Yamag, be it Jorbag. So the clientele who are already a part of that community trust you by default, that okay, you are working within my neighbors, so my neighbors are trusting you. And the people who are who have a capacity or who has a wish list to buy those properties will by default trust you. Oh, this guy is selling properties for clients who are much larger than my profile, so they will by default trust you. It's like a give and take kind of situation. And it's also creating a FOMO for a lot of clientele, which is like a decent segment for the clients. Create a FOMO, trust. You can build the trust online. You have the largest logo of the globe, which is EXP Realty, at your back. And I think you're sorted. You don't need to do hard sales or pitch. Just don't be a salu on on the videos. Just be a little informative videos, which your perspective, your product, your clientele, your property, your style of selling. Everybody has got a different style of selling. So just represent and present yourself in such a manner that people trust you. Your videos, they speak about what you as a person are trying to absorb. Don't do all those flashy things which we have already seen. We are not movie stars. We are just realtors. So I think it becomes a very easy process, and we have been doing this for last 1 year, I say. Earlier there was no face to those videos. Now we have got faces in the office. So I've requested all my interns, all my newbies, just go and create a video, and by default that will create a confidence in your sales team also, because
So beautiful. Yeah.
people are committing online. Within my team, I see, they've not asked me, people are committing online to their viewers that they'll do 100 crores in 3 months. They've not asked me, and I have not given any target to them. But if they are committing, they are confident of committing to those 500,000, 5,000 followers they have, they're anyways self motivated.
Absolutely right. Absolutely right. And let me tell you something. I've seen the properties that you're displaying, the kind of properties that you've taken exclusive mandates on. And I just received today a mandate from a friend of mine, an exclusive property. It's worth about 35 crores. It is in Simla, 3 acres property, uber luxury, the location, it's like Conrad Hilton used the word that, the only three good things you need in a hotel to make it a success: location, location, location. This
That's
is all about location. The property is so beautifully placed. It is a 10-minute walk from the mall. It is on a private road which has access to the governor's house. It is literally neighboring the governor's house and higher than it. And it is, you're talking about, it has, of course, an old building, so you'll have to pull it down and redo it. But we're talking about something like roughly 12,000 square feet. And in multiple three zones, you can build the property. So who would I give it to? Would I give it to somebody who is, you know, not on social media, doesn't have exclusive mandate, doesn't, come onto, say, podcasts, events, and essentially does not sell high-end properties? Because, of course, we're getting an EXP luxury. Or would I give it to somebody like Shashank? So, Shashank, that mandate is going to be resting on you. I'm going to be sharing it with you definitely before this week is over. And, I'd rather give it to you than, you know, uh, put it around to so many people. So, absolutely, completely agree with what you're saying. So, coming
that adds
now
to
to
that adds up to almost 400 crores of exclusive mandated properties this quarter.
look at that. Fantastic. Fantastic. This needs a heart from me again.
So the brand speaks about volumes, I say. And we are not a masses brokers. We are not masses brokers. We are going to be classes brokers. We are going to be class apart from the market. And that's how each one of us is differentiated with the brand. And that's what EXP is all about, I guess.
Absolutely, absolutely. And of course, we can go into all classes also, and we can be a class broker also. So it's a mix because people have niches. What might be a 2 crore property or a 1 crore property or an affordable property. Some people will choose that as a niche. Some will say, okay, I want to do only 1 million and $1 million and above property, or maybe some people say 3 million and above properties. So of course, everybody has to choose their own niche and work in it. So George, over to you. Tell me, has a social media post, ever led to a real sale or a referral for you?
Yes, definitely it has.
Can you tell a little bit about it?
So it's just about putting a small information about a project. So I am mostly working in the primary market. So as Shashank just told that a lot of players are doing the primary market. So what usually people do is they put in everything at one go. Instead of that, when you're doing a post, at times what you can do is just give a small hook or some very attractive points so that
Beautiful.
the other person starts to interact with you. Because sale will happen only once you start to have a conversation. If you've already given all the information, the conversation will not start. So I just
Yeah.
had put a small WhatsApp, shoot to all my broadcast list, given a small hook so that they come back to me and we start that discussion. So yes, it does work pretty well.
Yeah, yeah. No, great. Excellent. So, yeah, and somebody asked this question to me, hi, is this live? Yes, it is a live show. This is not a recording. It is an absolute live show. And the time right now, just for you,
7:54.
7:54. 7:54, which day? This is Wednesday, because we do the podcast 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. So, yes, we are completely live. So, Bilesh, one mistake agents should avoid on social media.
I'm very sorry, I don't know.
No. Listen, you answered it. If you don't know, say you don't know. That's the mistake. Otherwise, people will say I know and give a wrong statement, mislead the client. So actually, indirectly, you actually answered that. But let me float this question to both George and Shashank. Any thoughts on that?
Sorry, can you just,
Of
I
course,
just missed.
Shashank answered a bit of it. You mentioned when you said, I asked the question, one mistake that people should avoid posting on social media, and you partially answered that in your previous bit. But anything else you want to add on that?
I think it's more about engagement on social media. What I've seen, it was always about the likes and the views, but it's more about the engagement. Uh, you don't need to buy followers. You don't need to buy likes, which is anyways available easily in the market. Be a little realistic and ask your clients to follow you. Because what I have learned over the last 2 3 months, because I'm also trying to gain some confidence to bring myself on the social media. Ask all your clients across the globe or across India to join you on Instagram or Facebook for that matter. The algorithm works in such a manner that all their followers will also start following you. Not now, maybe eventually. And if you are wishing that you have a very good client who's worth like 50 crores, 100 crore, whatsoever, so just believe if all his followers also get a view of your reel or view of your photo or view of your exclusive mandated property, that's a network which is not visible across any book. So Instagram works on algorithms. Just start posting good stuff. Don't I think being a realtor, don't say negative about any developer. What I've realized, because you never know when
Yeah.
you are going to
Don't vent
be
your frustration in front of others. You can vent it to your spouse
yes.
or to your parents or your children at home, but please don't vent it out with anybody. Even I've seen, because I've been part of very many local associations and national associations, and I see at times people competing with each other to fight for political posts within the office bearer posts, etc. And then I always sit down people and I tell them, why are we in this association? We're in this association to network, to build our net worth, to build relationships, to pass. If I have a buyer mandate, to search a seller mandate. If I have a seller mandate, to search a buyer mandate. Now, if I fight with the person that I want to work with, I'll never be able to do business. So competition is out, collaboration is in. Don't compete, collaborate. I think that is something which we need to do. But so listen, we're coming towards the end of this session, and we're going to definitely ask people for question answers. There's a Q&A side, so put in your questions. You can put it on chat or on Q&A. But before that, I have, so enough of coffee with Karan. I said, let me do chai with Chopra, or let me do samosa with Sam. We are not from Hollywood, but we sell to celebrities because we are EXP luxury also. And of course, we are no less, because what we are giving, a celebrity is giving 3 hours of joy and peace to a person. When we sell a home to somebody, we are giving him joy for life if you've got him the right house. And therefore, we are no less than a celebrity, because we're touching the heart of not only the individual who dealt with you or engaged with you in a movie, that it's only that individual. Here we are engaging with his family, his parents, his children, his spouse, his wife, his whoever it is, and then of course the guests that come to their home. And if he makes the property investment and it gives him a return, it's even better. So no longer coffee with Karan here. This is going to be chai with Chopra, and I will ask you some questions. It's going to be a rapid fire and truth or dare round. So I'm going to ask you guys questions. Whoever raises his hand first, you know how to raise your hand, right? Over here, search down, you will be able to see react part. And in there, you have to do a thumbs up, like I've just done right now. Can you see my thumbs up?
Yeah.
Yeah. So as long as you do a thumbs up, the first person who does the thumbs up, I'm going to ask that question. He can answer it. Okay. And the best part is, if you do this and you've answered so many questions, I will give you the opportunity to ask me a question, which is a truth or dare question. You can ask me the most biggest secret of my life. Well, don't ask other than that, one most important secret. Other than that, you ask me and I will definitely answer that. So this is for the panelists, not for the others. But of course, the panelists may thereafter ask Q&A as well. So my first question, the dream city to sell real estate in. Okay, Shashank, I know your answer.
So I think it's
Noida?
Dubai.
Oh,
No,
Dubai, okay. I thought you'd say Noida because he's based in Noida. Fair enough. Dubai. Perfect. Sundar says Gurgaon. A celebrity you'd love as a client. Okay, George, he's prepared, it seems.
I'll say MS Dhoni.
Wow.
MS Dhoni. Oh, look at
Yeah.
that. I love it. Actually, and very rightfully, he was a king helicopter puncher, everything, amazing guy. So yeah, great thought. I would have never
Spot a
gone
lot.
there though, but yeah, absolutely. And humble beginning to a great cricketer to a captain to an icon. Your one real estate superpower. Okay, Shashank.
I think getting a lot of versatile experience in real estate. So the good part about running a brokerage, prior doing like starting my career and running a brokerage, the timeline between that, I did luxury brokerage, I did developer sales, I did leasing. So somehow I think these three, four aspects are there for running a brokerage, nothing else apart from facilities management, which I'm anyways not interested for now. So I think that's my superpower because have I can say not 100%, but at least 60% knowledge of all three sectors, and I know a lot of people. So the network and the knowledge goes hand in hand, and that's the reason we are focusing on HNI clients because we understand anybody who is going to be worth 50 100 crores is not going to be just buying one house. They will be
Oh, yeah.
having corporate buildings. They might be having farmhouses. They might be having villas across a lot of other aspect of real estate like warehousing. So that's what I always keep learning. Right now, my recent interest has been agriculture land. So I'm just scouting on my weekends whenever I get a day off. I'm just going out scouting with the local brokers, what land is available, what price, what paperwork, because I somehow am able to understand if you want to service those family offices, those large corporates, you need to take care of the total portfolio, whatever they own. You cannot say, okay, I'll be just selling your apartments and just talk to other brokers in the market. Then he's not your client.
So true. Okay. So this question is going to be answered by all three of you. I'm going to make an exception. Describe your 2025, that means 2025, in 3 words, no more than 3 words. Bilesh, you start.
It's a mix, sir. Good things and bad things happen and happen.
So it's a mix. Fair enough. 3 words. Shashank.
Very good year, sir. Very good year. Amazing year. I think done almost like 600 crores starting last December till up till this November. I think the bad is only one thing. Not bad actually. You have already got the brand. So EXP Luxury. So we were just trying.
आ गया मतलब देखो 12 महीने से 9 महीने तो मैं आपके साथ हूँ
हाँ,
तो
so 12
that
महीने
means
लगेंगे कोई बात नहीं.
तो
So good part is
so
good
fair enough.
numbers. Yeah, good numbers, good mandates.
No.
Good.
And you've done 300 crores. So, it's not a mean feat. 300 crore का business करना is something जो हम AOP में 300, 500 देते हैं तो एक या nothing like it. Excellent. Okay. George, 3 words.
For me, it would be planning, focus, and execution.
Planning, focus, and education. I love that.
Execution.
Planning, focus, and execution. I think the
Right.
management, you've chosen the right things. Okay. If not real estate, what career would you be in today, Shashank?
Oh, that's a difficult one. Actually, I'm an engineer by profession, electronics and communication. But I got attracted. I got attracted to the built environment, so I don't think so. Any other profession out of real estate. This is very
Okay.
happening. Meeting new people, going to different places. I think very happening. Nothing
Okay.
else.
Okay. What would you be in, George?
A deal maker any day. If it was not real estate, then something else, but a deal maker.
So in some asset class, you'd be doing this business.
Right.
Okay.
Maybe wealth management.
Wealth management. Okay. Bilesh,
So agriculturist.
agriculturist?
Yes.
Fantastic. Yeah. Feed the world. You can't give them
Yes.
houses, give them food. Okay. If you could swap lives with one EXP leader for a week, who would it be? If you could swap your life with another EXP leader, who would it be?
For
Or
me, it could
founder,
be you, sir.
Glenn Sanford.
For me, it could be you.
Sorry?
For me,
I'm
it could be
honored.
you.
I'm honored, sir. Bilesh, you said something also.
Or founder, Glenn Sanford.
Glenn Sanford. Excellent. And Shashank?
Amazing, sir. एक ही वीक मिलेगा सीखने के लिए तो ग्लेन सैनफर्ड. सब कुछ ही सीख लेंगे एक हफ्ते में।
सही बात है. I agree. No, for George also it'll be Glenn Sanford. For me also, he's such an innovator. He's
Yeah.
I was sitting next to him over dinner on the first day that I reached, and we were eating together, and he just opened the hub. You know that we have a new software, which is amazing app, which we'll be talking about in more detail. And I said, so who built it? So he just looked at me and said, I built it. I said, no, but who was coding and who was doing all these things? He said, me. So imagine the gentleman, and the beauty of that person is that he goes from one company or department or division to another, and enhances it. If it needs resurrection, if it needs some vitamin boosts, whatever it needs, he just enhances it, builds it, hands it over to another senior leadership, and then moves to another. So right now he's of course running Success, and he's also running this new app. It's called the Hub, and we'll know more about it in due course in the coming week. And of course, I have it on my phone. I think some of you have. Bilesh probably already has. Knowing him, he would have set it up already. What's one deal you wish you had not taken? Raise your hand. Anybody?
Shashank's gone off.
It's a good, sir.
Yeah, every deal I wanted to take. So I don't want to lose him.
Every deal?
But I just like to add, there are certain deals which you can say no to if you have other deals in the platter. It depends on the bandwidth what we have. So there has been transactions or there has been clients which we have said no to because we don't have the bandwidth to service them, and we cannot do a half-hearted service to any client. It's difficult because the comeback will not be good.
Yeah, fair enough. So, what's the strangest client request you've ever received? The strangest client request.
So I wouldn't name the company because they are partnered with EXP on a larger scale. The promoter of the company, we sold a house to him. Very large enterprise, listed entity, very sorted. Um, so we sold a house to his father, and the that was a decent property in Noida, independent bungalow. The father said, along with the property, I want the bedroom bed, which is a pure teak wood bed, to be a part of the deal. So we were brokers. We said, okay, that's not a very big deal. Who needs a old bed? The seller of the property is again a big group, a big industrial group. We were not aware that was their wedding bed. So, so the lady of the property owners. So she said, no, we can't do it.
Sentimental value. There's no
Sentimental
question.
value.
Emotional value.
And you won't believe that till that time, already 6 crore had been exchanged. Only the last tranche was left. And that became a deal breaker somehow.
My
Because the
God.
father of this decent company, listed company, wanted that bet somehow. I don't know what was hidden in that. And you won't believe, after like negotiating and doing everything, we discounted on our brokerage. We bought a new bed from a furniture shop and we couriered it to him. Sir, somewhat similar, but keep it as a token of appreciation. So that's what we did. A very strange thing. And they're a tie-up with EXP. So
So you can't. No, and the beauty is you probably found a person who can actually make a similar bed. I'm sure you couldn't get it in a
no,
store because it
we
was a
couldn't
teak.
get the same bed, but we tried our best. But
An old wood like Burma teak, etc., is so exclusive because if they were obviously people who had actually bought that house and selling the house and a wedding property, it must be at least 30 years old, that bed. And it's very special and sentimental, of course, and that kind of teak doesn't even wear down. It doesn't need refurbishment or replacement, and therefore very
so
truly a strange and an amusing request.
very
And George,
strict.
you or Bilesh, anything that you have a strange request that you could or could not
Yeah,
fulfill?
so just recently it was Shraddh time. My client wanted to book this property, but he wanted me to pay for him first, the 10%, which was of quite a few lakhs. and he expected me to pay, and he somewhere 20 days down the line he was expecting me to return back. So that was a shocker for me, because sir, okay, I want to do this transaction, but it does not mean that I'll bring in money from my home and pay this amount for you. And
No,
even
no,
the builder does not
absolutely.
does not allow that.
No, no, and also the point is, if you don't know the client well enough, if you don't have any paperwork for it, if the developer does not allow, and to top it, it is during charade where he doesn't want to get into it, but he wants you to get into it. I think it is a breaker. It's a tough one to do that,
Yeah.
uh, and representing somebody else for a deal, you can take a power of attorney and do something, but definitely not put your money into it. Signing documents is okay. Or he could have actually given you a loan and not tied with the project. And then you could have taken an overdraft on that loan and paid for it under an agreement. But anyway, that's life. Agree, it's a strange deal. Bilesh?
Yes, sir. I have one regular customer. I do have many regular customer. One strange customer. Recently, last week this happened. Last Friday, he shown interest to buy invest 7 plots initial stage. Normally, I these kind of investors, regular investors I have. So finally, some financial issues, he wanted to came down to 2 units. That's 5 units. He said, sell it to others. And after, I did that, somewhat I did, because of the pricing. 7 plot at one price I fixed. I've spoken with the customer, one price, builder, and finalized for 7. And this guy is given hand. So he said, that's acceptable. You don't have money. Then 2 I am going for. Then after at the time of collecting check, he's saying that I will do only booking 1 lakh. Can you resale and give it to me before the agreement?
That's a
And this
tough one.
regular customer, past from 3 years, he's keep investing. So he bought 4 plots from me, and he has referred many of customers for a plots and flats, and also given one UOA for 4 BHK flat in upcoming project in North Bangalore. So that kind of customer, he knows real estate well. He's got from father, age. From father is also the young age. At the age of 20 they started knowing everything about the business. He's asking, only booking I can resale and give him the profit. So that's
I mean, people do, but
yeah.
it's not a fair.
Yeah, I thought that people wanted to use us sometimes. So whatever we going, sometimes giving good service also people misuse us. That's what I felt. And
Very true. No, good. So I'll ask each one of you individually questions. Shashank, one thing you'd change about the Indian real estate industry overnight. If you had the power, like Anil Kapoor had the power to be the prime minister of the country in a movie, and you saw the consequences of that. The same way, if you had the power to change one thing in the Indian
I
real estate industry, what would it be?
Just assign a license number. That's it. Just like US. Just assign a license number and it will be sorted. This industry will be clean, I'm telling you.
That means every, wow, beautiful. I mean, resonate with my sentiment. Every agent, every agent must have a license number. Every transaction must have an ID number, unique ID number, and of course, the property has a unique ID number, which is happening right now in the digitization, and public access to this registration must be available. If public access is available to this triple numbers, then every transaction can be followed easily and everybody can know what the transaction is. It is high time that the august bodies of NAR India, NARIDCO, CREDAI, the Housing Ministry, the government at large recognizes that the revenue leakage will stop instantly if this comes in, and the government will get a lot of money, revenues into their pockets. Every state will get that benefit if it happens. I hope some RERA chairman hears this and implements it in his RERA Act of his state, and slowly others follow. Brilliant one. Thank you. So, George, your guilty pleasure after closing a big deal. Guilty pleasure.
Guilty pleasure.
You made too much of money. Somebody did a bad deal. You knew it was bad, right? Whatever. I mean, you don't have to name anybody, but the guilty pleasure.
I'm not able to think anything of as such at this moment.
Okay. What about you, Bilesh? You have any?
No, sir. I'm sorry. I'm not experienced such things.
Okay. Shashank?
I think there's just one word to it, pass back transactions. So we have to do certain transactions, and because of the market competition, we somehow are not able to achieve our full service fee due to certain non-licensed agents, I say, because they are not ethical, and they're happy to work on a 5 crore transaction for 50,000 rupees, and that's not survival. You cannot be surviving while providing good service. So I think there should be no passback policy for all the realtors, and the developer should also tackle this problem at the top level. And I think that's not just a issue; it's a very large issue because
Very
somehow
large.
it starts breaking once the agent is not able to support his family or his office or his team, and he's receiving the commission after 6 months from the developer after doing a good sale, and he remembers, oh, I committed like 70-80% of my revenue to the client back. So that's the cycle breaks.
Absolutely. And I think that is where EXP comes in very well because at EXP, we have a very strict policy where we say that the client will not get a passback. And because it's a professional organization, a structured organization, a corporate listed on the stock exchange, clients tend to agree. But if you are a traditional broker, many times you succumb under that pressure. And because we have mandates and direct deals, again, passback does not happen. But when it goes through chains of non exclusive transactions or non exclusive listings, then obviously passbacks and all happen. So I would not say any system, including ours, is foolproof, but it is much more prone to have minimal breaches, and therefore, yeah, it is something that probably instead of one thing we want to change in the real estate industry, this becomes the second thing you might want to change in the real estate industry. So, which one of you is a singer?
Billy,
Come on, yeah. You?
please say the truth.
Okay. Which one of you loves singing or hearing songs?
I am.
Okay, two of you. Okay, so this question is to both of you. If your real estate career had a theme song, if your real estate career had a theme song, what would it be?
One song, from yesterday it's going on. Chahe koi mujhe jangali ka song. I don't know why. It's repeating in my mind from yesterday.
Okay, fair enough. George?
So
It
KGF
would
song,
be
KGF movie song. One, it's in Kannada language. So that I love. Always, I love that song.
What's it called?
It's not coming now, but one song.
Sing it.
It's not coming out.
Okay, George, your turn.
it would be like after a transaction, आज TJ रुकना नहीं चाहिए. So maybe I again like Bilesh, I don't know the lyrics. Once the music plays, yes, I know this song.
Perfect, good. Shashank, you can also make an attempt.
Oh, I think, yeah, I just got a good thought. I think decent favorite song should be यहाँ के हम सिकंदर.
Okay, Hum Sikandar.
So
Look at
आपको
that.
रख ले दुनिया को जीत के.
Nice.
Uh-huh.
So that's what, because now we are competing with the biggies of real estate, with the brand, with the professional approach, and obviously with the experience. So मैं काफी, don't worry, 5 years will be surpassing you guys. So market
Absolutely.
में एक ही नाम हम बोल रहे हैं, EXP Realty. We are not changing the brand name. We are stick to it, and I think it's better off because we are now competing with the individual brokers who are managing larger properties, larger high value transactions. No corporate is doing it. You look at any brokerage house, they are only targeting sub 50 lakh, 1 CR, 2 CR, 3 CR kind of segment across India. If you talk about the largest transactions, because they do volumes. But if you want to surpass them, you just need to sell, I think, 10 good transactions, and you'll be beating a team of 200 agents in any organization. And 10 good transactions with a high value property is easy. So that's
Oh,
what
yes.
that's what we have realized because worked with Godrej, I try to understood how the builder system works. I don't know. We sold a lot of thousands of properties in Godrej, but somehow couldn't get the right revenue achieved for the agents who were working with us. And then we realized that there are brokers who just do 4 transactions or 5 transactions in a year. They get ample time to travel with their family, take decent week offs, drive a decent car, and they're just doing 4 or 5 transactions. That's it. They don't think over. They don't talk about seventh
See
transaction.
the high value luxury transactions. So you would, I mean, I'm just giving you an example. 35 crore transaction. If you do, then if you negotiate a 3% brokerage from him,
2% seller, 1% buyer.
then what are you getting? You get, sorry.
2% seller, 1% buyer is what we do.
Yeah. So I'm just saying that the money that you get, that that's worth maybe 10 different small value transactions. So it really depends on what the focus is. Completely agree to that. So one final question, guys, and then I'll decide who the winner was, and you can ask me that truth or dare question. And I promise I would not dodge it, however tough it is. But other than that one question which I can't answer, so just be careful that you don't ask me that question. One piece of advice that you would give your younger self, 20 years your younger self, when you were starting out, and had if you had started in real estate, what would that piece of advice be? This is for my young friends who are there, who are aspirational, want to follow leaders like yourselves, and who are on in the audience, my uh, guests in the audience. This is for them. This is from each one of you.
Yep. I think Sam, and this is to all. The younger self is always confused. Similarly, like I did a BTech, spent decent amount of money from my family's pocket, and just got a decent job at SCL, but couldn't join it because I was not very fond of working on the laptops and coding on a daily basis. But just to tell you guys, just first of all, get your education proper, get a decent degree, whatever is you guys are capable of, because the market is growing, the market is going global, be it real estate, be it pharma, be it any sector you talk about. So you are going to anyways compete with a lot of people who are there in the industry before you, who have larger experiences, who have got larger network, and somehow your education plays a key role in creating you as a person in the longer go. And the second thing, don't start your brokerage from the very first day or the first month or the first year. Go and shadow experienced brokers or
So
join
true.
a corporate. Go and learn, because you're not learning on your money. You're going to learn on somebody else's experience. You're going to pay for your mistakes. You're not going to be paid for your achievements, obviously, because the incentives won't be very high in the initial go. But you're going to be paid for your mistakes. So do mistake, go and join a decent organization, be it a brokerage, developer, any setup. And maybe 3 4 years, 5 years down the line, when you realize that you have realized that you have got decent clients or you have got decent knowledge of the market, that's the day to break even. And we as the
So true.
XP are for the agents, the professionals who want to do real estate, who have got real estate in their passion. And I think these organizations are there. And EXP being the largest, I don't recommend any other, because I have worked with 2 3 more large format brokerage houses which are global. But these are all franchisees. And with franchisee, you will never be able to grow on a larger scale, because you'll be overpowered by the franchise owner. So that's the reason franchise model will not survive for longer. EXP reality model, the cloud-based brokerage, it's all agent-centric, is going to be survival in the longer run. By the way, I think everybody has discussed. I work with EXP reality, and you won't believe I don't pay a penny to EXP reality in a full year, 12 months. And Sam agrees to it. I think all the agents agrees to it. I don't pay a single penny because the model is such, everything paid in the initial go comes back in the form of shares, ESOPs. The team is excited, we get global travel, a lot of sponsorships and everything. फ्री में इतना कुछ मिलना है, मतलब I don't think so. There has to be a second thought.
So that once again reiterating, the beauty is that, and I flip it and tell people, when people say what is the split, I say what split? It is 100-0, because I have a person who's on 100-0, which is Shashank and a few others. 100-0 means that he gets to keep 100, we keep 0, because he's reached the threshold of 2 crores, 20 million rupees. If he does, anybody does a GCI, a gross commission income of 2 crores, then it is 100-0. Now, if you're not that good a performer, which you can be eventually, but if you're not, and you do it at about 150, that means 1.5 crores, then you are still on a 93.5 to 3.5. If you're at 1 crore, you're still at 90-10. Now, if you're not even doing 1 crore and you're not that aspirational and you're doing 50 lakhs, which is half of that 1 crore, even then you're on a 80-20. And if you do 40 lakhs, which is our bare minimum threshold, or below 40 lakhs, then it is 75-25. So this is how I position it. And this is the reality of the matter. Good performer, 100%. Because it's not 100%, that means you don't pay anything. You pay only up to 10 lakhs from the starting, because you are not a good performer on day one. But once you've reached that level, then you get that back with yourself through stock, etc., etc. So the ability to make money is huge. And when people, nobody gives you 75-25 also. We are giving you 100-0. That's the opportunity. Now, you may not get it, but some people do. People sitting here, most of them are anyway sitting on 80-20 or 100-0. What are your thoughts on this? On what advice will you give youngsters, Bilesh and George? Quick ones. We're running out of time, so we will just close it with those quick ones. I need to do the Q&As also.
I would say that the understanding that you have to help yourself so that others will help you. Like you told, you can go to 100 to 0, but you have to help yourself first to reach to that level. Nobody is going to come you and help you. You have to be motivated. This is your journey. Prioritize your time and do your best.
Absolutely right. Very good. Very well said. Bilesh, anything from your end?
Yes, sir. My intention, I love this company because, for passive income. So I have seen, many leaders from other countries. Those leaders are earning, sitting at home, crores of rupees every month. I am more attracted to them, and I'm towards on their path. So here I wanted to make people earn crores together. For that, I have to be a role model. Like I have to show, I have to earn and show. So this is the year of mine. I have to be an icon agent. Then I wanted to create more icon agents in future days. And it is not. It is very much easy once you are have that grip in your hand, anybody's hand. My one of my downline, Aryan, by name Aryan, is made 1 crore within 6 months. Then everybody can.
Absolutely, and he's a young man, new in the business, yeah. And with your guidance and mentoring, and I know you're his sponsor. He's been able to do 1 crore, which means he's already sitting on 90-10. So he's on a 90-10 split.
Recently, he sold 17 crores of one inventory. Previously, we are not believed that we do have so much of costly project in bank.
Absolutely. Well, you
apart from Kingfisher Tower and MG Road properties. So now everybody knows that even Whitefield gives so much of price, and Marathali and Bellandur. So most of the areas is grown up now.
Absolutely. So I think I don't see many questions, and most of them have got answered. So I want to say a little bit about what we're doing. We obviously work globally, cross-border, and we are in November, 11th of November to the 20th of November, we are doing a global property roadshow. That global property roadshow starts in Orlando, then moves on to Houston, then moves to Atlanta, and then finally to Boston. It's about a 9-day show. We are taking a few developers from India, and we are meeting. We have got city ambassadors and city coordinators in these 4 cities. In fact, we've got them now in about 25 to 30 cities, not only in the US, but in Canada as well as in the UK. So you name a city, we have them. And what is the criteria of these people? They are EXP agents. They are persons of Indian origin, although we've got now a few exceptions because they're extremely good and I would say they know India as well as us. And the third is that they are icon agents. This icon that we're talking about, which Shashank is already, and Bilesh's partner and Bilesh is down there, and Bilesh are looking at individually becoming. And I know that George is already a capped agent, and he'll become a icon probably next year. This is something which these people are not for 1 year or 2 years. Some are 7 years, some are 10 years, some are 14 years. The company's been in existence for 16 years. In 14 years, somebody's been an icon agent. That's crazy. And there, the icon is not 2 crores. It is probably Shashank knows the number, but it's like 600,000 or something of that sort, dollars. So a person consistently performing at the top level and not having to contribute to the company financially, that means he gets that done without any payment, is phenomenal. I think Shashank himself is probably going to be the 5th time icon now. He's already 4 times icon, right? Am I right?
Yep, got it, sir. I think Bas
You're 4 times already icon, right?
4 times done. Yeah.
Yeah, so you'll probably be 5th time now. So what I'm saying is that these people are all in our portfolio. We are promoting that any developer that wants to work outside of India, because we all know that the top developers sell 15% or more of their properties outside the country to persons of Indian origin, to non resident Indians, to OCI holders. Now, if we can start doing that, and that is what EXP India has taken as an initiative, it has set up city ambassadors in almost going forward by the end of this year. There'll be 50 cities all across the globe where we will have these ambassadors. Those become the point people where we take events, where you have any global referrals to give, anything that you want to do, we're able to work with them very closely. They understand Indian laws, they understand how India works, we work closely with them, and they get a sliver of the commission or the brokerage that we earn from the developer. So the fee breaks into essentially 3 splits or a triple split. 20% goes to you if you have encouraged and brought the developer on board. 20% goes to the host city ambassador or coordinator, and 60% goes to the person, the broker or the agent who makes that sale. That is how the 100% is distributed. So imagine if you have your own client over there, you'll get 80% because the ambassador would have taken 20. Or if the ambassador himself sells, he gets 80 because you're getting 20 as a referring partner. This is the beauty of this business. We've started this, we're doing one, and we're going to do about 6, 7 of them next year all across the globe. I know we are doing it in Paris. I know we are doing it in South Africa. I know we're doing it at least 2 to 3 times in the US. I know that we're doing it at least twice in the UK. And if you talk about UK, we've already got in Birmingham, in London, and in Manchester, city ambassadors. If you look at Canada, we've already got in Toronto, in Surrey, in Calgary, ambassadors. If you look at the North America, sorry, US, we've already had on this podcast about 17 of these city ambassadors come on podcasts. So imagine 17 of those, three of those makes it 23 already. And we'll be reaching by 50 by the end of this year. I've met some in Miami and we've discussed with them and we're getting them on board. These are your point two persons. This is the beauty of the business that we are in. I'm looking forward to a lot of you who are not with us to start working with us at EXP, become a business partner of EXP, and join hands with us and grow your business and our business. We'd love to do that. So with that, thank you very much, my esteemed audience. Some of you are absolute loyalists. You come regularly for the event, and it's a pleasure to have you as well as the newcomers who have come in onto this show. Um, Thank you to my panelists, Bilesh, George, and Shashank, for your time and your efforts and your motivation and your hard work and loyalty towards EXP, your belief in EXP, your trust in EXP. I am really honored to have you on this episode. So until the next episode, where we have husband wife real estate agents who have been in the business for, I'm presuming, almost 50 years. I call them the first couple of real estate brokerage. They have a lot of prominence. I won't reveal more. It is for you to find out next time and see them. You will love them. They will be on the show. It's going to be a very personal show where they will talk about their past, their present, their future, and how they have built the business, how they built the industry. This industry, a lot of the new things that happened over the last 50 years, and I say new and I say 50 years, but that's the truth. Every new initiative, they've had a hand to play in. I, of course, know them very well, have spent almost less than 20 years, but close to 20 years with them. And I'm bringing them next Wednesday onto this show. So until then, thank you very much. This is Sam Chopra signing off from the real state of real estate. Go exponential with Sam. Um, look forward to seeing you, and have a wonderful evening and the rest of the week. Until next Wednesday. Goodbye. Good night.
Goodbye. Thank
Take care,
you.
everybody. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. You guys take care.